standing square waiting for you to push the button.
I pressed the button, like, if we were recording this, yes, the recording would be right as I hit the button. But it's gotta take a second to actually find the network and connect first. So you gotta wait a second before you can say Happy Halloween.
But you're plugged in. You're not on Wi-Fi. It should be immediate.
I mean, in the household, yes. I still have to connect to the World Wide Web. There's still latency that's involved in doing that.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you everybody who's coming out today. I'm Paladin Null, this is Megan Lee.
I have chalky milk.
And it is Halloween. All Hallows Eve. We haven't fully investigated the whole everything yet, though, I don't think.
Haven't?
Or
Oh.
I don't think we have,
Well,
unless...
we haven't gotten a ding-dong, ding-dong, I don't think.
Unless we have. I can't remember what happened in the last episode, to be honest. Yeah, I don't remember what happened in the last episode, because I think we did everything we possibly could, and it might be time for us to do the thing.
Oh. Dining room, front hall, kitchen, storage room, office, outside, Byakuya's room, old building.
What? Well, something's happening.
Okay.
What the? That was loud, that loud voice just now.
That's Gunman Tanaka, isn't it?
I would bet so. What was the button for it? The baby's
In a cocoon.
in a cocoon. It leveled up to level 2, I think. Or maybe it's about to level up. I gotta give it presents as well, which I don't think I have many of right now. Oh, there's a hydrate from Paranoia. I've got milk, which actually is hydrating,
That
so...
counts.
Thank you for keeping me alive.
I have chalky milk.
I don't think I can give it presents right now. Not while it's,
Wait.
The bathroom seems to be open. I don't really go in right now. There's no really need to go inside. Tanaka? I feel so lighthearted right now. Nekomaru Nidai, have been reborn. I have no intention of losing anymore. Losing to who? I won't lose to anyone, not even to my past self.
Okay.
That sounds cool and all, but what are you even talking about? I don't feel like I need to say anything. What? I don't know who was behind it, but someone tried to make a shitty bastard out of me. Some scoundrel was occupying the bathroom before the party was about to start. Now that you mention it, you said something like shortly after the party started. You tried to use it many times, but the door won't open at all. Sheesh. However, if you think I'd be angered by something like that, you've all underestimated my nerve and patience. Do all and achieve all with one's presence of mind. That is the goal of a true leader. In other words, a leader must never falter in any situation, but always have the presence of one's mind. Says that, but I'm pretty sure he was shaken up by the whole ordeal. Oh well, best not to go into it. Anyway, so you're saying the bathroom door was shut from before the party started to after the blackout.
So what I mean
And the bathroom was finally unoccupied after Byakuya's body was found. That's about how long that lasted. Well, he said what he said sounds stupid and irrelevant, but I should remember it just in case. Nekomaru's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of the handbook.
Talk to best girls.
I've already talked to him.
Oh.
Remember?
Right. Never mind. But they are best girls. So.
There it is. Okay, we've already talked to both of them.
Yeah, you're
Because this revealed, like this is a fire door or something that we weren't aware of. Storage room has, Dude Bro in it.
Something about that bathroom that's gonna come in important later.
Yep.
So, okay.
So what's up?
I'm trying to remember. The dining room. The air door. hole.
Like, let's look at all the truth bolts we've got.
Okay.
We got the Kuna file. We've got the knife that was used, which has glowy paint on it. We've got the actual bloodstain under the table. We've got gaps in the floorboard.
Okay.
AC timer.
Okay.
Night vision goggles.
Okay.
Embarrassing pose. Why is that a truth bullet?
I don't know.
She tripped and fell during the thing, is what they're saying. Oof. Go ahead and moderate that guy.
Lullaby.
No, I made him a moderator.
What? Why?
Because they're not gonna do anything. It was a joke. I'll ban him.
No, that's fine. Like, okay.
Add friend.
Babe.
I keep hitting the wrong buttons, ban. I keep hitting all the wrong buttons.
Okay.
The Duralumin case.
Uh-huh.
Ibuki's account with the hearing. Irons in storage room,
Yeah.
which were all turned on. The storage room tablecloth, which actually has blood on it. A bloodstained tablecloth was found randomly stuffed inside the laundry hamper. The gas stove in the kitchen is powered by electricity. That's why Teru couldn't do anything with it. He couldn't start a fire and, like, see. Teru poured his heart and soul into cooking various party dishes. If a fire breaks out, the fire door in the hallway of the old building can shut to keep it closed. The knife found at the crime scene was not included in the kitchen's equipment list. Chiaki was standing outside and knew that Fuyuhiko apparently came to the old building but did not go inside. There was a murder threat note in Byakuya's building. Kazuuchi says that during a search for Byakuya after the blackout, he headed straight to the office. Did my mob privileges get revoked? I tried to ban him. Oh, I already banned him. Well, you could... So the thing is, you couldn't ban him because your mod privileges are still there, but I modded him, and you can't ban other moderators. But I went ahead and banned him. Nekamaru's account was that he used the bathroom. So that's what we got so far. What am I missing?
We looked at the green tape that was underneath the table. I don't know why that's not a truth bullet. What the fuck?
It's a pig.
I missed the bunny.
I can still present presents to it.
Give it to him. Chiaki's dead, so...
This lowers the despair meter and increases the hope meter. I'll do this. I'll just go down the list of items that Byakuya liked. There were a lot of items that were, there are a lot of items that are, like, not loved by anybody. Yeah. If I remember correctly, like, a lot of these things were not loved by anybody.
Yeah.
Which make them perfect, gifts for the pets.
I don't know what that does for us.
The Spy Spike was nothing, either. I remember the Spy Spike was nothing, because I kept thinking that it would be for, like, the athletic girl, but it wasn't. There we go. Just to get rid of the despair meter for now. What is there left on the...
Building, dining hall.
Oh, we gotta go back.
Monokuma Rock.
Well, let's go to the dining hall again, because I don't know that I went to the dining hall again after. Let's go to the dining hall again, and then that's when the investigation will start. Oh, it's been closed. Oh, wait, no. Here it is. It's just, I was like, what? I can't get in there.
Yeah?
That's right, we were supposed to come back and talk with,
Mahiro.
Because they were supposed to have, developed their theories.
Yeah.
Hey, you here. Where the hell did you wander off to? I wasn't wandering, I was investigating as much as I could. I see. Well, if you weren't slacking off, then I guess it's fine. So did you find anything? Yeah, sorta. You don't sound too sure.
Hey.
Well, just take a look at this. As you told me, using 2 photos I took before the blackout, tried to pinpoint where everybody was standing. It's pretty good. When I did, this diagram was the result. All windows are covered. So Tedder was in the kitchen. Nobody's in the storage room, bathroom, we're not sure. Duralumin case, Byakuya, Kazuchi. See, it's pointing more and more towards Nagito. Like every second. Unless it was actually pointing towards Byakuya being the killer, and whoever he went after ended himself. Not sure. This is everyone's standing position before the blackout. Everyone's pretty much in the dining hall. Made the diagram from analyzing those photos, so I'm pretty sure it's accurate. Just as I thought, Byakuya was standing a far distance from that table. It's impossible. There's no way he'd be able to move that far during the blackout. What's this line extending from the table where Byakuya was killed? It's the desk lamp. I drew the power cord for it just in case. Power cord for the desk lamp. That cord is extended from the table where Byakuya was killed. That means...
Hey.
So did you find something? It's not clear to me yet, but... I guess you're right. I didn't really understand it myself when I was drawing it. I have a feeling it's either a potential clue or just a waste of labor. No, it wasn't a waste at all. It's not clear to me yet, but there's no mistaking that there's a clue hidden here. Extremely important clue. Well, if he was dragged underneath the table whenever this happened, there's a good chance the lamp would have fallen off.
Yeah.
So for all we know...
That's not Byakuya.
Who could it be then?
I have no idea. What if it's just a really good fake? Well, we're gonna find out if it's a really good fake right now.
If you'd like, I can tell you a little bit about what I wanted to say. Did you find out anything? I tried within reason to perform an autopsy on Byakuya's body, and I discovered that there were several puncture wounds around Byakuya's chest and abdominal region. Deep wounds, deep enough to reach his lungs and internal organs. I can't be... It can be assumed that a very thin, sharp object around 5 millimeters in diameter was used to stab him over and over again, which is what I believe... Wow. Hey, are you okay? Sorry, talking about it made me sad. No need to push yourself. I mostly got the gist of what you were wanting to say. Still, around 5 millimeters in diameter, huh? Isn't that pretty thin? That's as thin as an ice pick or an awl. Or a skewer. So he was stabbed with a skewer, and Byakuya didn't actually use... Byakuya had the knife prepared, but didn't get a chance to use it, because somebody was waiting for him under that table with a skewer and stabbed him. Then dropped the skewer through the floor panels.
But we still don't know how he made it over there in 5 seconds and got stabbed that many times in 5 seconds. The lights weren't out for that long. There we go.
That was the very end of it, yep.
Ding dong bing bong.
So begins the class trial.
Alrighty, guys, it's finally time. That's right, it's time for the long-awaited class trial. Now then, I shall tell you all the meeting place. At the central island of Jabberwock Island, there is a mountain with my adorable face carved into it. That, my friends, is Monokuma Rock. Once you're there, please proceed to the underground by taking the elevator located at the secret entrance. I'll see you soon.
Yes, because we all know where the secret entrance is.
Ooh, y'all, this walkthrough is so much better than the last one. Because this one, when we have the little shooty time, it says bullet, quotation marks. Shoot, quotation marks. And let me tell you what. Oh, that is nice.
Is that so much better than
Oh, that's so much better than trying to figure out what the fuck they're trying to say.
We are. Monokuma Rock.
Huh? Are you kidding me?
The heck is that mountain? When did that get here? Never mind that. How did they even make a mountain shade like Monokuma?
Dynamite.
No way.
That story. That story might be true after all. There might be an enormous organization involved in all of this. You mean what Byakuya said before, right?
You are right.
Byakuya, we still need his knowledge.
I still can't believe he's dead.
Hey.
What happened to Gundam and Fuyuhiko? Well, now that you mention it, it appears they aren't here yet.
Got it.
I know, they probably ran away.
No way!
Aw, hell nah! There's no way I'd let them escape, you know. Look, I dragged this one back over here.
Fuck with me!
I'm telling you, let me go.
Hey, come on
If you
now.
keep acting violent, I might just eat you up.
Hey,
Hey, Fuyuhiko, what are you doing all this? What were you doing all this time? Nothing. I wasn't really doing anything. Just chilling in my room when I suddenly heard that fat bastard got killed. Who the fuck cares about that anyway? You say something so irresponsible.
Do you understand?
Unless, well, no, we've kind of ruled out that somebody could get underneath the thing. Remember, because they couldn't get down to get a hearing.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what if somebody got underneath the thing and stabbed up with the skewer?
Yeah.
But it's more likely that somebody stabbed him and then dropped the skewer through the platform. Been doing our best to investigate this murder, even though we don't want to, just to survive.
Wait.
Mahiro, that's enough. You too, Fuyuhiko. Dumbass. And I guess we're waiting for Gundam.
What happened?
I am right here.
No,
Remember this well. A main character arrives when he intends to.
Huh?
Hey.
It seems you noticed it too. If I did, then I'm right.
well now.
Now that everyone's all together, let's take the secret entrance to the trial field. Please wait a second.
What's this?
My, Monomi. What are you doing here? Nobody asked for you.
What?
Do you actually want to join in?
You masochist.
Do you want a taste of how powerless you are at the class trial? You're an even bigger masochist than I thought.
Special bleeding.
Oh well. I'm a big brother who dotes on his little sister. I shall allow your special participation.
See ya later.
I'll go on ahead and wait for you guys, so hurry over.
Huh?
He told us to come, but how do we get there? I don't see any doors or vehicles.
What's going on?
He mentioned something about a secret entrance. Was it? Secret entrance.
We gotta get all the way up there.
Roar!
How we gonna get
Something's
up there?
shaking. Dangerous, please put it down.
Oh.
There you go. Something came out.
No way.
Could it be? He's telling us to enter it?
What?
Such a suspicious aura. Even Crimson Steel Elephant Mega Z is trembling with fear.
Hamster.
That's so totally suspicious.
Hey.
Forgive me, seriously, just forgive me already. Hey, why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyway. Like, not even remotely.
No way.
There's no way, just no way we'll find the killer.
Stupid.
Complaining won't get us anywhere. You're really a man, then man up for God's sake. We've come this far. We have no choice but to keep moving forward. You're right. There's nowhere for us to run. We need to do it. If that's everyone's decision, I'll just follow you guys.
Yep.
If this were a video game, I'd have a very high it would have a very high difficulty level. Let's do our best to clear the game. Actually, we're playing on like normal. not super difficult.
I don't know how many of you guys have seen The Magicians. Pretty good show, by the way. But ever since I watched it, I've just started telling people to hurry up and don't nutsack out. I'm just like, hell yeah. It's
Overeat
funny.
up and don't nutsack out.
Yeah.
Instead of man up and don't puss out.
Yeah. Sometimes it's pussy up.
I see. This entire rock is an elevator. Once again, Monokuma is doing what he pleases.
However,
Because it's funny and it throws people off.
Even so, we're going pretty deep. You're right. I heard an unnerving chattering sound in my head. Didn't realize it was the sound of my teeth. All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone couldn't hear it. You could also clench your jaw. That would stop it, to a degree. If you're cold and it's a temperature response, then it's a lot harder to clench your teeth and stop it.
Yeah.
Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending, and then the elevator door slowly opened, and it's the class trial room,
welcome.
like from the first game, basically.
Not
This is the class trial field. How do you like it? It's a special place that will decide your fates.
Why, you?
It is similar, however, they didn't have the
Stands,
seats
yeah.
behind them, yeah.
What the hell is he thinking? Locking us in a shitty-looking place like this.
Fuck with me.
Fucking crazy, don't mess with me, asshole. Complain all you like, I'm used to it by now. Come on, you're wasting your time and energy. Hurry up and take your seats where your names are written. Like everyone knows, even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Just as Monokuma ordered, we walk towards the seats that we have been assigned. From this point on, we need to find out who killed Byakuya. The ultimate affluent prodigy, Byakuya Togami. He was overly critical, arrogant, and condescending, but he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader and tried his very best to keep us together. A guy like him got murdered. The person who did it is one of us.
Oh man, I hope this is the beginning of every class trial.
Oh, it's just the... Can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. But if it really is true, if it's really true, we need to find out by any means possible, because that's our only option. There's no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. And so, the life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair has begun. Yes. I don't have any skills. I don't think I've had a chance to get any skills up to this point.
Yeah.
So let's go over the truth bullets one more time.
Okay.
Victim's body was discovered in the dining hall of the old building near Hotel Mirai. The estimated time of death was 11:30. The victim was repeatedly stabbed over 10 times between the throat and abdominal region, resulting in death. Aside from that, the body has no external injuries. Hey, Starlo, welcome out to the stream.
Hi.
The body has no external injuries, and no chemicals such as poison detected. The body under the table is face down, as if Byakuya were reaching for something. Bloodstained knife found under the table where the body was discovered. A glowing paint-like substance coats it. A pool of blood stained under the table. A pool of blood formed around the body underneath the table. A lot of blood was splattered against the inside of the tablecloth. Also, there was no sign that the body was dragged through the bloodstain. The floors of the dining hall were full of gaps. Gundam dropped one of his earrings through these gaps. The AC timer in the dining hall was set to 11:30 p.m. The AC timer in the office was also set to 11:30 p.m. Found under the table where the body was discovered, apparently it came from the supermarket, was the night vision goggles. The embarrassing pose. During the blackout, Mikon tripped and fell in the dining hall. By the time the lights came back on, she ended up in a compromising position. The case Byakuya had with him, in the Duralumin case, there's a lot of security equipment inside and a hard plastic case as well. The key to the other Duralumin case is inside here too. Ibuki's account. During the blackout, Ibuki was able to discern all of the noise people were making. Mahiru said, "Wah, it's a blackout." Kazuchi said, "Hey, I can't see anything." Ibuki, "It's pitch black. My future is pitch black." Mahiru, "Everyone calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this." Hiyoko, Wah, don't step on my feet. Byakuya, what the hell? What's going on here? This is Nagito. Ow. Akane, turn the damn lights on. I can't eat like this. Teru, you guys, where are you? What, wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen? Sonia, perhaps the breaker overloaded? Kazuchi, hold on 1 second. I'll go along the wall and do something about it. There were 3 irons placed inside the storage room where Nagito found them. They were all turned on. A bloodstained tablecloth was also found randomly stuffed inside the laundry hamper. The gas stove in the kitchen is powered by electricity. That's why Teru couldn't use it during the blackout. Teru poured his heart and soul into cooking various party dishes. However, Akane and Peko were the only ones who ate them. If a fire breaks out, the fire door in the hallway of the old building can be shut to keep the fire from spreading. The knife found at the crime scene was not included on the kitchen equipment list. All dangerous equipment that could be potential weapon was confiscated by Byakuya. Apparently there's an iron plate for barbecue and a portable stove for cooking hot pots. When Shiaki was standing guard outside, Fuyuhiko apparently came to the old building, then walked away. A threatening letter that was found inside Byakuya's room. Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. The author of the letter is unknown. During the search for Byakuya after the blackout, Kazuchi headed straight to the office. He didn't see anyone there, including Peko. According to Mikan's autopsy, Byakuya sustained several puncture wounds to the chest and abdomen. The wounds were inflicted by a thin, sharp weapon roughly 5 millimeters in diameter. Nekamaru kept trying to use the bathroom since before the party started, but someone was using it the whole time. He was able to enter the bathroom after Byakuya's body was discovered. And we're back to the motive file. So that's everything we know. So then...
So under the assumption that it's not Junko who's in the bathroom, because we know Junko's going to show up in this game at some point.
At some point.
Assuming it's not her. Excuse me. Who could it have been? I mean, Nagito was
So
the
far-
only one that did not attend the party. However, we saw him outside.
Peko was also out of the build, or not out of the building, but like Peko was also outside in the office
I'm
when the
asking
lights
who's in
went
the
off.
bathroom.
Yeah, that's who I'm wondering is who was in the bathroom
Yeah,
because
'cause it
we
wasn't
saw that
Peko.
Fuyuhiko, because we also know that, and it wasn't Fuyuhiko because we know he was outside.
Yep. He couldn't have done that sneaky pass.
So who was in the bathroom is the question. Could it be the mysterious last?
I am crazy. I know I'm crazy. That wasn't Byakuya.
You're thinking that the person that died wasn't Byakuya?
Yeah.
You think it was a body double or something?
There's no, like they discussed it that there was not enough time for him to make it over there.
Well, I think that they're under the assumption that he wouldn't have been able to make it over there if he couldn't see. But he had night vision goggles.
Yeah.
With night vision goggles, it would be possible for him to make it over there because he wouldn't be bumbling about.
That's
He'd
fair.
run straight to it.
That's fair.
But anyway,
However,
see how
he
this...
said, "What the hell? This is
What's going on? Yeah.
what's going on."
So
What if he saw his own body, like that,
Now
like a
then,
fake one,
let's
like
begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
It's possible. We'll see. No, he's tied up.
During the class trial, you
Aw,
will present your
poor
arguments for who
Byakuya.
the killer is and vote for who done it.
Oh, thank you. Happy Halloween to you too, Starlo.
Happy Halloween.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
You hate me that much?
Now, let's begin.
Maybe. I mean, I have work tonight, which is why we're streaming early this morning. I work until we close, which is around 9, so I won't get home until around 10 anyway.
Supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall? Huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds? Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds? Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath the table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining table. We can start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him. We can do that. No, thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this no matter what. So the class trial has finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment. Sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after the other, without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you will have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to move the reticle and fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so be careful. If you press the escape key during the arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. So let's see here. How many truth bullets are they going to give me? Okay.
Why was Byakuya's body
So we know how this
in a
works.
place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why?
No, because we know that that's not
Obviously,
the
by
case.
hiding the body.
Well, it's staying under
They
the
tried to
table
delay
with drag
its
the body there.
discovery.
It's the only,
Burying a bone.
it was the only yellow
Incorrect,
text.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer
I don't have
murdered
any ability to
Byakuya,
like slow down time right now.
they probably
yeah.
moved the body there. No, that's wrong.
It's still so weird. Still so weird to hear my character's
think the
voice
killer
because he's like
Yeah.
got a much deeper voice
Yeah,
than.
he's not Bryce Papenbrook.
Yeah. I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why? Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Aw, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
Damn.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
That's exactly what I just said,
So
dude.
Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed.
Not reasons unknown. He had a knife under there.
Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was
similar
hiding
theory
so he could
some point in
surprise
the
us.
last game
That dude was
of,
always
That's
a
not
big
really
jokester.
blank. I'm pretty sure I did.
I think so. I mean, it was true by the end because remember,
Yeah.
it wasn't actually.
It wasn't really Jinko.
Mm-hmm.
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was? Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's too far away.
Blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
The reason Byakuya dove under the table. Connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party. Probably. Duralumin case?
This one says knife.
Knife. Okay, that's what, I mean, that's probably what I was gonna, like, that makes the most sense, but yeah.
I can prove it with this. It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
He had... Oh! That's probably he said, what is this? What's going on? Because he saw the knife.
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand...
And so it was used to draw him there so that somebody could then stab him. So he didn't know about the knife beforehand. He wasn't plotting anything, but he saw the knife afterward as bait, fell for the bait, and got stabbed.
Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial!
Shut up, Monokuma. During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot, but from this point on, there will be various weak spots during standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there will only be one lie or contradiction in the debate at a time. This means there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail, so please be extra careful. You'll also rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate by holding down the space key, you can progress the argument slowly.
There we go.
Please use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. Press the escape key, you can look at controls. Now we're getting more controls. Make your argument. Knife, bloodstain under the table, gaps in the AC timer, night vision goggles is probably what we're going to end up needing.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct.
Does?
If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
I don't even have to think about that one. That one's fucking obvious.
Yep.
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
If he was using those night vision goggles we found under
Why
the
they
table,
have a picture of real night vision goggles in this anime-ass game?
This wasn't the first time that they've done that, is it? Like, they've used, like, photorealistic things before.
I'm sure they have.
Also,
but
because I guarantee you the artist didn't know how to draw night vision goggles.
That's
and
fair.
they were like, well, whatever, we'll just throw in some fucking, like, photorealistic ones.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Oh, fuck, really?
Well,
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
The other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
no, this was right.
No, I know it's right, but what I'm saying is, like, this is a new mechanic.
Okay.
This is a
okay.
counter-argument. Are you
thought
surprised by Mahiro's sudden argument? I was!
I was.
I
yeah,
was.
I was.
Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, this kind of argument surfaces. You will go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with WASD. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number shows the sharpness of your counters is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be careful. When the mood skews in your advantage, certain lengths of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, that will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, they will skew the mood towards the other party's advantage. Plus, it's got to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the left mouse button. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut the opponent's remark. So, Truth Blade, terribly sorry. It appears that there's been a delay of contacting you. I'll make sure the person in charge to contact you makes a very long vacation. In this mode, Truth Bullets will be called Truth Blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name has changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? If you press the escape key during the argument, you can view the controls. So this has to do with Ibuki's account of him being able to know what was going on, right? No, I guess not. Duralumin case.
Yes.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Can't advance forward if I'm just listening. I should let Mahiru say what she wants to say and find a point that I can argue against.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down.
Oh fuck. Okay, so I gotta basically like hit click to like.
If you just use the killer obviously used those night. That's gotta be it.
Advance.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
On a hole in your argument. Byakuya brought the night vision goggles.
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Ooh, that is weird.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I like that.
Yeah, me either.
Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those
I'm not the one
goggles.
doing it, but I don't like it.
Like, it doesn't make sense whether I'm supposed to hit up or down in that. I think what it is like I have to hit it first. So if the thing's on the very bottom, then I hit up and the blade slices up and hits that first. But like the so statement can't be countered. It's the block that means that I can't just swipe down from the top. I have to swipe up from the bottom.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party, we found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
Because it was covered in glowing paint, and it wasn't anywhere on the thing.
Weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Ew! You totally mean that in a perverted way.
The knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too? No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. To be able to prove it. Duct tape.
I see.
Yeah, I don't like the wiggly hair.
Was found. Huh? Duct tape. They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid?
Because he had a note.
Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew someone was planning to commit a murder.
You know that he was thinking that because you were with me when we found the note.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
You think so too, right, Hajime?
Yeah. There's the note. Murder threat.
I can prove it with this.
Wiggle hair.
Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful of. Yeah, we saw this.
Hey, the hell is this? Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage. It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
What does that mean?
Yeah, what the
Those are
fuck,
still
man?
lies.
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter. What do you mean? By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act. But the letter might have been just a little prank. As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
This is a very vastly different Byakuya than the Byakuya from the first
He
game.
received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
I see. Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
Killer. Is it really one of us? Is it among us? Ah. Who's the one? Who killed Byakuya? Crewmate, there is an imposter among us.
Sorry about taking a second to respond.
They were willing to
I
come forward.
had a
they never
realization
would've
that
committed a
I don't
murder
want
in
to
the
say
first
anything
place.
because I don't want to jinx it.
About what?
About the knife.
What do you want to say? What were you gonna say?
About the person who might have put it there.
Oh, you don't want it to be girl or boy.
I want it to be the only one in there.
Who could actually prep the place beforehand.
Yeah.
There's no way that I can believe that.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
It's kind of strange how you know what I'm talking about when I say girl. You know, who do you think I was talking about when I said girl? The nurse?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And when I said boy,
Nagito.
mm-hmm, guy with the white hair. You knew exactly who I meant both times just by saying girl and boy.
What is it, Miss Sonia?
That's why I've gotten so horrible at describing characters or learning their names, because I could just say, oh yeah, 'cause girl, and you're like, yep.
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles.
Except the paint glowed and they were right next to the table because it is Nagito.
But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
Definitely there's a mark, and because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife. Glowing paint.
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
And knew that the lights would go out because they set a timer on the AC. And had
Painting them with
all of those
glowing
irons
paint.
plugged in.
It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark.
Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That fucking face.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker.
Nope.
Not necessarily.
Which means it was you, Pekoyama!
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
Babe.
I'm not the killer.
I'm not the killer.
Oh,
I love just like, no, incorrect.
Oh, I guess she's not.
But with Pekko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Pekko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
Pekka was the one who caused the blackout. No, that's not what happened. After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. We call the weak spots argue spots. The blue-colored weak spots will be called agree spots. When shooting agree spots with truth bullets, you'll need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire the truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. From now on, you must infer whether the best argue or agree based on what's being debated.
They stopped doing bullet, shoot, after the first set.
Oh no.
They're just doing the bullet name, then 2 arrows, and then the shooting name. Fuck. I'm so happy.
Press the escape key during these arguments. Okay, so now I have to determine. Make your argument. Shikai's account, Tedder's account, Nekamaru's account.
Since Pekko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's
No.
impossible.
She wasn't in the office. She was the one in the bathroom.
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
I agree with that.
Consent.
No, I think Pekko is telling the truth. Don't tell me you're crushing on Pekko. It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Pekko's alibi.
I've used it many times, but the door just won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Pekko was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Pekko.
I guess that would be true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit. Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry, the smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
Stop it, Nekamaru.
I said it's fine.
Oh,
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom.
Welcome back, Paranoia.
hey, did you enjoy your shower?
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
I need you to stop, Terror.
Seriously, stop it. But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, Shelton.
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't
You're less
do any
stinky. That's always good.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stream still says we're playing Pumpkin Jack. Oh, did I not change that? Whoops. Yep, it does. Give me a second.
Oh, my soup!
There we go. Now we're playing Danganronpa.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Starlo's back. Had to take care of something. Alright, welcome back. Let me double check and make sure that my my dashboard updated properly. Yes, we are. Okay, yeah, it's correct right now. Alright.
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
Question is whether Pekko's stomachache was a coincidence or someone intentionally caused it. Well, we know for a fact that that can't be the case because Pekko ate it and Athletic Girl ate it.
I was racking my brain.
Too many characters. We need to kill off some of them. It's party dishes for sure.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it, you brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
That's gonna be the bullet.
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
Baby,
I wouldn't do anything
love
like
you
that.
so much.
Laxatives would ruin the taste.
Did you eat any?
It was the butler in your floor with the candlestick.
Why am I always so
I
cold?
don't remember eating
I don't know.
anything weird.
Now that you mention it, you brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
No, it's impossible that laxatives
Read that
were
as
slipped
butter.
into the food in the dining hall.
Objection. Basically, this is like a much more involved Phoenix Wright.
Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
What did you see?
And too much rice.
And too much rice.
I feel totally fine. Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize
Put it on
for
your
causing
booties.
a scene.
Sylveon slippers. Is too much rice even a thing? It can be.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Cease this bickering.
Cease this.
Let's just dismiss Pekko's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout. Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Bitch!
Man,
I
these
want her to die.
Trashy skank.
That dude caught me off guard with that shit. Yeah, he's a Yakuza. Bad.
Oh.
Oh, it's cold? You gotta heat it back up. You let it sit too long. Do we make it clear how the blackout occurred? But yeah, that kid's part of the, yeah, Tiny Demon Girl is pretty bad. Yakuza, and then there's that. I don't know what we're arguing, so I'm just gonna have to, like, see what my things are here.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it?
Oh.
If you can't answer that, I'm gonna
Irons in
bonk
the storage
you in
room.
head.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
No.
Maybe they used a remote control?
Kind of.
They probably messed with the breaker.
No?
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Possibly
Or maybe they
that.
caused a power surge?
Caused a power surge.
There we go.
I agree with that.
I was gonna say, like, I'm waiting for the right phrase.
Yeah.
Like,
they're
these are all so close,
yeah.
but none of them are quite
Just
right.
as Mayu said, the blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally. Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout. When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, here we go.
Hold on a second, let me speak too!
What the
Alright,
heck?
speak.
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout?
But they weren't the only thing.
That's inexcusable!
Danganronpa is definitely reminiscent of Phoenix Wright, and that you know what the logic is, but you gotta find the specific way it fits with what you're given. The Bottle Showdown. AC timer.
If the irons in the storage room caused the blackout, then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to this, then that means everyone who was in the dining hall when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
This says it's not
If the irons in the
AC
storage room
timer.
caused the blackout, then for the killer to turn the irons off, you're saying they went all the way to the storage room? Then that means everyone who, when the blackout occurred, can't be a
wait.
suspect.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong one.
Just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall were, if the irons, then the killer had to go to the storage room and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said?
Oh yeah, I gotta.
But the people in the dining hall, if the irons caused the blackout,
Allow me
There
to
we
cut
go.
through
There
those
we go.
words. The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
air conditioner!
He's so confused.
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hands died around that time too.
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped. And
It is a new
caused
minigame.
blackout.
The characters can actually make rebuttals against your assessment midway through.
I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy
I love
usage in
them
advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
This dude is simping too hard.
Regarding the energy usage, they
At least she's
probably
appropriate
asked
about it.
Manipula about it.
Dun dun dun!
You
Is she
shut up.
right? Such a hateful bear. You deserve to die 1,000 deaths.
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
You think it's bad now?
Shut up! You guys just
Shut up!
I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office.
Shut up! If you
Even
play
so,
as Princess,
Shut
up!
Regret.
If you play, shut up! Shut up! I just want to hit your jewel, and I want to hit my dad for leaving. But if you play as Princess Peach in Minecraft or Mario Kart, if you play as Princess Peach in Mario Kart, your foot fungus will go away.
That's the whole thing, is your foot fungus will go away?
Yes.
If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach.
You've got a sword.
Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's alright. You don't have to worry.
If you hand me my bat, I'll come at you like Negan from The Walking Dead.
Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
You need to
Why
stop,
are you doing
Nagito.
that? Nagito, you need to shut the fuck up.
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all.
He's also not describing himself in that group.
Yeah.
In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
Nagito, what the fuck?
You like the big guy with the leather jacket? Yeah, the... Did you call him Naruto? No, Nagito.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now,
That's not
we
Nagito.
found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right?
Do you think that's... You think that's not Nagito?
Nope. Everybody's fake.
Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building.
You were the only one in there.
What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Unfortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer.
But all of this is important to understand and know first, so that we can go from there.
But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
What in the fuck is wrong with you, Nagito?
Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you. Suspecting each other like
I don't like
this.
this game anymore.
Is it making you feel bad, or is it because you think Nagito's the killer now?
I'm mad because
Let's
Nagito
stop
might be
this
the
already.
killer.
We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
What in the fuck is going on?
Please, take me home already. I want to go home and eat candy.
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down.
This has gotten really weird.
Yeah.
Aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
Yeah, seriously, like, this dude's just like...
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already.
Nagito,
There are no
what the fuck?
clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
That's wrong.
Yes, Chiaki!
Alright, baby.
Did you say something?
Oh, fuck!
Oh, fuck!
I already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
I have a feeling we had the same realization. Have a feeling we had the same realization.
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person.
Maybe.
I think.
I think we had the same realization. I think we had the same realization.
Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Cat girl to the rescue.
Didn't we already cover that?
The ultimate
They
gamer.
use glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Before. Guessing how the killer got close to the table? They followed the fucking power cable. Which means that they would have grabbed the power cable and ran to the table using that as a guide. They needed to in close to the table where they needed to get close to the table that was still in the dark.
Let's try examining the situation. My hero's diagram might be useful here.
That's 100% what they did.
Where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
Yep. Nagita is standing right next to the power cable, which leads to the desk.
Oh no. Oh no.
This diagram is the clue. Who the killer is and how they were able to move to the table in the dark.
But it's okay, because that's not Nagito.
That's clearly shown in this diagram. First, we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to the table in the dark.
Just in case y'all were curious of who I think it is.
I think we both agree that we think that might be Junko.
That's why I kept doing this with the camera.
The killer probably used something to help move it in the dark. Help them move in the dark. Spot selection.
Here! The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
First clue should have been Nagito trying to convince people not to look for the killer. I mean, yes.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
I can prove it with this. They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
They're very nice.
Like it's like the
Yeah,
circle with
the
like the little,
not quite a spider web, but it's got that feel to it to me.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table, then use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Nagito.
Who?
I'm not even bothered anymore. I quit.
What?
I quit. If Nagito's not even real, like...
then what does any of this matter?
It doesn't even matter.
Select someone.
My top tier daddy in this game is fucking not even real. Like, what am I supposed to do?
You're the only one! Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
Oh, it's definitely Nagito.
Still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife.
Because he
under
was the one
table?
that volunteered to clean up the place.
I see! Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
That's...
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Was unfazed by the bullshit.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another, I wonder, is something like that even possible?
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Nagito sus, vote him out.
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
I gotta remember, I quit.
Go to the trouble of preparing this. Just what did you think would happen? Whoever draws the chopstick with a red mark on it is in charge of cleaning. And he knew which one had the red mark.
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
Sus.
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
I love this guy.
Well, just admit it already.
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya. Nagito, say something.
Yep, it's Junko. Fucking Junko. But he's got the right eye color. Holy fuck.
Ooh, that's an image. That is an image right there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friends' death.
Oh, yeah, it's Junko.
How wonderful. How beautiful it is.
Huh?
Those eyes. That moment, Nagito's eyes. The darkness in his eyes shone brightly as if the layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. As if hope and despair were crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table.
I still don't like the feel of any of this.
And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out.
That doesn't
He didn't
explain.
kill him.
That doesn't explain the diameter of the
That's
thing.
what I was thinking.
But
That's
with
exactly
the
what I
twist
was
ending
thinking.
like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery. Byakuya performed admirably.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
If this is the first trial, holy shit, these things are gonna get wild.
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
I'm not ready to understand what's gonna be going on in this video game if this is the rest of the game.
Does anyone else ever
That's
just have gumbo for
outrageous.
breakfast?
There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless.
Aww.
This is not the. This is the first trial. This is the first trial, dude.
I'm too arrogant to have dreams
Dude,
or cling
I don't
to
know if
hope.
you've ever played a Danganronpa,
Too
but there's way too
disdainful
many
to
people for this to be the
actually
end of the
try
game.
anything.
Yeah, this is like episode what, 3 or 4 that we're doing right now.
I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
I'm sorry, what?
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
Here's the fucking tone for you, nice and set. Is he the real Nagito?
Hey, Nagito. If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds.
Someone will definitely kill someone.
Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
And how about the old looking building near the hotel? You guys the one that mentioned it. Give it to me. Pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
They're busy cleaning the dining hall, but I didn't even have time to clean the storage room. That also would have kept somebody from noticing the irons.
Yep.
Oh, I get it. If Peko was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, it was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it. A worthless talent for a worthless human.
He's the ultimate lucky.
I see!
You're the ultimate lucky student.
He said that there was no reason for him to rig the drawing for the cleaning duty.
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
This is not their schoolwork. So the
They've been kidnapped.
Yeah, the context is that they were all the ultimate or the super high school level versions of specific things.
They go to a special high school
Called Hope's Peak Academy, where it's designed for them.
the best of the next generation.
Mm-hmm. But when they get there, it turns out that something happened to the school and an evil entity has taken over. They've kidnapped the students, and in the first game, it took place in the school.
Yeah.
This is the second game. In the first game, it took place in the school, and the only way that you could get out of the school and graduate was if you killed a student and got away with it. And if you got away with it, all of the other students would die, and you would get off scot-free. But if you got caught, you got killed. So it's the exact same premise here. The killing game's the same, but instead of being in the classroom, they're on a deserted island. And the idea is the same. In order to get off the island, you have to kill somebody and get away with it.
You just relied on your luck? It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
Left with the red mark? For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem to be very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed? Oh, the despair it brings. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
Fine. Let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
Please, Monokuma! Please, wait!
Yeah, because she was the one that knows what the murder weapon or possible murder weapon.
Fuck?
How should I put this? Is Nagito really the killer?
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange.
This is a wild first case.
If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
I want her to die.
I'm sorry.
For now, might I suggest we
I've never
listen
wanted
to
to
what
beat
she
a
has to
chop
say?
more in my life.
But we know who the killer is.
But do we?
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody
Yeah, the little girl's an absolute
spectacle.
bitch. From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. The truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate.
Like last time.
Yeah, please time your truth bullets just right so they won't be interrupted by white noise. By the way, if the difficulty is setting to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In that case, all this means is this explanation don't mean anything at all. It has no meaning whatsoever. Oh, please don't worry, I'm not going to fall into despair. Even though it's meaningless, allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down white noise. That will be explained later. If you press start button during these... Okay. So I can't shoot the white noise this time around, but in the next one I will, probably.
Okay.
Nikon's autopsy results.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
He has already confessed.
You know...
I can't do the
That
little
bastard
pop, pop, pop,
Nagito is the
pop,
one
pop,
who
pop,
did
like I
it.
normally
Yeah.
do. Because that
Kill
doesn't...
Byakuya with a knife in here.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Normally I wait till they go through at least one full cycle, especially
Yeah.
as it gets harder and harder, but like, this first trial,
Might not be the
nah.
murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Nikon?
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
But based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife.
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
Damn!
What the fuck?
Not a whorehouse.
I'm gonna kill him too.
Hey, why are you threatening her?
What? All
Yeah.
the babies
What?
are just terrible people.
Sir.
Trying to say, Mikon. As long as we can't prove that the
That's
knife is the
my
murder
angel
weapon,
you're talking about.
we
What
can't
the
assume
fuck?
that I'm the
I'm loving
killer.
Shelton's reactions to all of this.
How could he? That's my angel he's talking.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikon's the one who said it.
I'm sorry. Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
For you, Hiko needs to take a nap now.
Megumi needs to
Who
take a nap
knows?
now. After we end the stream every week, we take a nap. And it's very nice.
Except I won't be able to this time.
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off. What happened during the blackout?
So cute.
I'm just gonna let it go until she's upside down.
Oh, if you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Damn it! Damn it, Yuki! Be useful.
Don't get
Here's
distracted.
the thing.
Our
Here's
lives
what
are
I
at
think.
stake, you know?
High end, low whiz.
High end, low whiz.
Yeah.
It might be the other way around. I
Yeah.
don't know.
You're right.
Because her perception is off the board, but she's very unintelligent.
You're right. I was incorrect.
Low
I had
end,
it
high
backwards.
whiz.
Yeah, there we go.
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it? What's not it?
Itchy baby. Truth is beyond our sight. No, that can't be. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. Overboard, AC channel, night vision goggles, embarrassing pose. Ibuki's account?
Embarrassing? Wait. That's too far. Ibuki's account, right?
I was gonna say, I'm thinking Ibuki's account because she was the one that was able to hear everything that happened.
Yeah.
I can prove it with this. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
For reals?
Don't act so surprised!
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Laughing at Salad followed. Thank you for following Laughing at Salad.
Thank you.
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on.
Yeah, Nagito said,
like
ow.
this, you
Yeah.
know?
Like somebody pushed him out of the way or something.
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
Nagito, why would you... I don't get you.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
God, I'm so tired of her.
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth.
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark...
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
It almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened. As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife. He shoved from out on the table before he could even grab it. It sounds possible, I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here?
He's like Pinky from Pinky in the Brain. There's a thought process, and it's beyond any of our comprehension. Yep.
This is...
Ow!
I could interpret it like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, it sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys.
Nagito, what the fuck?
I lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on. Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan.
So loud.
But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
Well, we know for a fact that there were a couple of skewers missing, right?
You failed?
Yeah, I think there was exactly one missing.
Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth.
Meaninglessness. what other word is brimming with so much despair?
Junko is the
But you
ultimate
can't
despair,
give up.
and she talks
You
like
need
this
to have
shit. Like,
hope.
this is what she does.
Do your best and move forward.
It's like they're sharing the same body somehow.
Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Based on everyone's positions, if Byakuya didn't stop him, Hajime was the closest to Nagito, and he was probably going to be the one to die. Nagito really not the killer? This guy really the Nagito I knew before? No, there's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time I didn't know anything about this guy. Nega Makoto or something? Yeah, he's like a weird fucked up version of Makoto. Simple as that, but now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible, because if we don't, we will die here.
Yeah, I was pretty convinced it had to be.
Trial. Class trial suspended?
What?
What?
Well now.
The class trial has reached its climax, but okay, here's a question for you. What's this? For those of you who figured out who it is, how about you try the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their save data melted away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. Of course, for those who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on.
What are you gonna do?
Left mouse button, continue on. B, guess the... There, I don't have a B button. Just kidding, you can't make a choice. There's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is. Of course, there's no $10 billion.
There's no $10 billion either.
You're so evil.
What am I supposed to... I mean... Reopen. Okay. Like, what the fuck was that?
I'm Mon Ami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now.
What the fuck is going on in this video game?
The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed, and his killer is among this group of
I guess because the trial was so long, they wanted to give
They
it a
expected
chance
people to take a break.
Yeah. Hey, the trial stuff already. Better get used to those. Okay, I guess because the trials were so long in the first game, and because this was designed for the PSP first, I'm guessing that this was all something that they had to put in so that people could take breaks in the middle of trials.
No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it. 'Cause I believe in everyone. So do your best. And don't forget to save regularly.
She really struggled with the word regularly.
Yeah, I hate what he did to her. She didn't always have a baby.
If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Shut up! We'll be the judge of that.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
There's still more?
Based on what we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
Is there something wrong with that?
Why was there another bloody tablecloth in my closet?
Well, even if that's true, I feel Nagito looks, clean.
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before. Not even my own mother.
Damn!
I'm not talking about your looks.
Why does Mikon think Nagito looks clean?
No blood on it.
Nagito doesn't, because there's no blood on Nagito.
I see. Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
I mean, you're gonna realize very quickly, Shelton, this game is full of nothing but crazy people.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
It's like Twin Peaks style crazy characters all over the place with Twin Peaks style like ridiculous turns and going like, what?
Yep.
There were even bloodstains on the inside of the tablecloth.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death, strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate amount of blood.
The splattering.
I didn't get any blood on me? That is weird.
Yeah, the first game is all up on my YouTube channel.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Something that might have been used to block the blood splatter. What do you think it could have been?
What is this, Blue's
I was
Clues?
about to say, is this Dora the Explorer?
I guess we did see something I could have used. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Blue's Tooth.
Yeah.
It's all about just finding a signal. Getting your headphones to work properly.
I can prove it with this. You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
It seems a lot more likely that perhaps somebody was already dead at the beginning of the trial, hidden under the table, and then this was all made to look like somebody was pretending to be Byakuya. Possibly.
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you...
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, hitting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone. That's not just impossible for someone like me. Wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys too?
Then what does it mean?
Maybe the killer didn't necessarily stab Byakuya under the table.
On top of the table and flipped it over?
No, there's no mistake that the murder occurred under that table.
Even the inside of the tablecloth was bloody, so there's no denying Byakuya was killed there.
Massive food baby. Except we've already confirmed the only people that ate anything were Peko and Titties.
But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
Somebody was under the deck somehow and stabbed up through the floorboards. Except I thought
There's 3 people who might be able to fit under there. Yaki, Shit Stella, and Yakuza.
Shit Stella! That's such a good way to call her. Where the killer did the stabbing are different?
Hajime, you look like you're onto something.
Really? But it sounds like a riddle. I feel like I'm onto something, but it's still not clear what that is.
I do like her face in that shot.
Because she's Shit Stella.
Under the table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible, it's the only way that makes sense. Moving forward, we should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer. I think.
In scenes where you have to figure out important words, the improved Hangman's Gambit will occur. The goal is to line up the right letters in order to reveal a keyword related to the incident in question. Improved Hangman's Gambit is like a puzzle game. Various letters will be flying across the screen in all directions. There are 2 rules you must remember. If 2 different letters clash, you'll take damage. If 2 of the same letters clash, they will fuse. You must make 2 of the same letters clash while you try not to let 2 different letters clash. That is what's most important. In order to do that, you have been given a technique to catch and release. When you move the reticle with the mouse and press the right mouse button while it's on top of a letter, you'll snatch the letter like a vacuum. It's what to catch the letter. However, you can only catch 1 letter at a time, so please be careful. When you press the right mouse button while you have a letter caught, you can shoot it where the cursor is aiming. This is how you release the letter. With catch and release, you can change the position of letters and hit the letters into each other. Make sure you hit the same letters so you can fuse them. The fused letters will freeze and get bigger. By pressing the right mouse button, you can blow it up and erase it from the battlefield. This is called firing the letters. Catch and release with the right mouse button, and after you fuse them, firing with the right mouse button. That's a whole lot of right mouse buttons. However, if you just erase letters, you won't be able to clear the game. Ultimately, the main goal of improved Hangman's Gambit is to completing the word. Display the questions with the tab key and figure out what keyword will answer that question. Outlining of the keyword. Instead of pressing the right mouse button to fire, please press the left mouse button. If that happens at the same time, the letters below up will be sent to the keyword list. If a send letter is correct, it will fit the keywords list. If it's not, the influence gauge will take damage. You must write the keyword in order based on the flying letters. Please think about the completed word. Also, if you leave a fused letter alone for a while, it will just blow up on its own. In that case, it'll still damage you, so please be careful. It took so long to explain it, but don't you understand now? Press the escape key, you can get the controls. Good luck and have fun. The place Byakuya got stabbed and a place where the killer did the stabbing aren't the same. Using those words as clues, I should put aside my preconceptions and try to think about it. Something's coming to me. A little bit more, I have a feeling I can see something. Hangman's Gambit. Here we go. Is that under? U-N-D-E-R.
Oh my god.
This is...
Oh my god.
Yep. U... N... I kind of wish I hadn't destroyed the D at this point.
Yeah.
This is a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This guy is so slow.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna need a T anymore.
Oh,
Whoa.
fuck.
Oh, and I needed those. Under the...
That R is just putt-putting its little happy ass. Oh my god.
Ah!
Oh my
Woo!
god.
Okay, it started out painfully slow, but
Yeah.
as it went on, I was like, fuck.
Got it. The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards.
Under the floorboards?
Keep track of the time.
The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. But from where? And how?
I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know.
One person here would know how to get under the floorboards.
I'm sorry, what?
Gundam Tanaka, right?
Yeah.
You're the only one!
Because he was trying to get his earring.
Hey, Gundam, you dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that earring.
I said, are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that Hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboards, right?
There it is. I found it, truly. This is the Hellhound earring. Yeah.
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes. However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh? Could it be? Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation. And if he had it on by the time the class trial began, then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass. But I am different. With the power of my 4 dark devas of destruction, it is of no
I think this might be the first time Sheldon has a chance to see the fucking hamsters.
Hamsters.
Truly, this is the evil 4th eye.
Ultimate heterosexual.
But what CBQ means by that is he's the ultimate breeder.
Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
This is the plot twist I needed.
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room.
Okay.
It was under all those boxes that we were told time and time again not to touch because it was too.
Golden Hawk, Jumpy has seen beyond.
They were too. It was too crowded, so we weren't allowed to look through and find the gap.
A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes. After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands.
Talk about when sleeping?
Yeah.
Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
Have you guys seen that one GIF of this anime girl with huge, just big old bitties, big old bitties,
breeder, you know?
like huge Madonkus and Milky Boys,
and
like when she breathes, it just does this.
Oh, they
the rest of
expand
her
out?
body does not move. Her titties are the
Just
only
getting bigger.
thing that moves. When
Well, yeah,
she
don't
breathes.
you know? Don't you know? The titties are where the lungs are stored.
Exactly.
Just outside the body. Maybe she had a critical condition that you didn't know about. Did you ever think about that? You ableist fuck.
I didn't think about that. I'm so
You
sorry.
ableist fuck. Girl's got an acute case of lung titty, and you just got to make fun of her.
Lung titty.
Well, ma'am, I don't know how to make this out, but your daughter has lung tits. I'm sorry, I don't make up the medical terminology. This is what we were taught in medical school. It's a very, very acute disease simply known as lung tits.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Oh my god.
She had a respiratory condition! Holy shit. There goes my shred of humanity. Oh no. That was good. That was very good.
That has to be how the killer did it.
Oh my god. Fuck.
God, I wish I had lapping on so that I could have done a grab of that. Somebody clip that.
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
Are you sure?
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy? Like...
I love the asterisk.
I'm not talking about your sound effects. You were saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right? So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards.
Fuyuhiko, and Peko.
Who wasn't at the party again?
Oh, Chiaki. She went outside.
I didn't
Chiaki
participate,
went
but
outside.
But she went
I was
outside.
guarding the entrance, remember?
But did we
Monomi over
watch
there
her
can be my
step outside
witness.
of the building?
Monomi was over there and could be the witness.
Right.
Yes, this Monomi over here is your witness.
And then it couldn't be Fuyuhiko either.
Because she saw him.
Fuyuhiko try to get to the party, so it has to be Peko. It's got to be Peko.
Well, I hate
who
that.
excused herself from the party and offered to guard, but really snuck away and hid.
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
Sus.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
But her poopy, yeah.
The only person who wasn't at the party...
Fuyuhiko.
Judging from the photo I took before the blackout...
Actually, yeah, no, that's a good point. Do we see? So we got these guys right here.
It obviously has to be him.
I mean, it would have to be Fuyuhiko, yeah.
Yay! It's decided!
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like, I can do it?
Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
See? You're making threats again.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
Shut up, Monokuma. Good news, you're now allowed to use the silencer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's the one where we can use the right mouse button to shoot down white noise. Also, when you shoot down the white noise, the time limit will increase a little. However, you shoot down an actual mark with a silencer instead of white noise, the time limit will decrease. Oh, but it should. But if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. If you press the escape key, yeah, whatever. I know about that. But I still think that doesn't Chiaki's statement make yeah, Chiaki's account kind of protects him.
Yeah.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know?
But no, somebody
That
did.
means you have no alibi.
We do have an alibi.
No, that's wrong.
Then who the fuck did it?
No,
Right?
Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right.
What are you doing here? All in a place like this. I'm standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside. How diligent of you.
I saw Fuyuhiko after
It's
the
proven
party
that you
started.
couldn't get under the floorboards
There's
from
no way he
outside
could
when
have been
Chiaki
waiting
and
under
Gundam
the
were
floor
looking for the
before
earring.
then.
Yes, it was. Oh, yep, Shelton admits. Shelton did it. It was him.
Ooh, dang.
Imagine the class trial suspending again.
Oof.
You should have
If
said
it's
that
suspended
earlier,
again, we'd probably have
dumbass.
to quit.
Yeah.
We might
It's still
should have
your
quit
fault.
when we had the option.
Like,
No, it's
why
fine.
were you even lurking
We're getting
around
close
the
to the end, I
building in
think.
the first place?
Shut up!
Maybe there really is
You're
a secret
right, we
passage to
are.
go
Because I
under
was
the
like, wow, this
floorboards
is a
from
lot of
outside.
text. But all that
To
text is
spy.
spaced out pretty far
What'd you
because
say,
of
motherfucker?
the comic book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
Wow, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Wait, what the fuck did I miss?
Oh, you missed Tetter Tetter being a fucking creep.
Regardless, it's impossible to go
Remember,
under
he's
the
by disaster.
floorboards
Yeah,
from
fair,
outside. Chiaki and
I like
already
that
confirmed that.
Nomura still has the lightning bolts even in his silhouette.
Then someone definitely went under the floorboards.
Speaking of lightning bolts, we started watching Blood of Zeus the other day. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it so far. I don't know how you feel about it.
It's alright.
Alright. I think it's going to turn out to be pretty good.
During the party.
It's made by the same people that made the Castlevania Netflix
Stop
series.
clicking next and then immediately saying something, babe.
Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
Lightning bolts, that's just his face, my dude.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer.
But is it really impossible? It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there's something I overlooked. 36, once again.
We're getting close to the final stage.
Shut up,
The
Nagito.
blackened or
You're
the
being an asshole.
spotless? Which is superior? I think it's time to settle this.
Shut up, you're being an asshole. You're not allowed to talk anymore today.
Kitchen equipment list.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that is like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
No.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
Moving in the dark might be what might be that one person suggested. So.
The hallway was really
Party
dark during the
dishes,
blackout.
fire door, kitchen equipment.
Moving to the storage room like that is like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
Well, they had those because they had the
What if they used a string like the cord?
It would be a light, but it would be the.
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
Yeah,
because there's the
fire
Pain.
thing.
I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
Use the light.
Consent.
I know. The killer had a light with him.
Oh, I was right? But where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
20 forks, 20 knives, 20 spoons, 5 iron skewers, 3 fire pans, 20 wine glasses, also an iron plate for barbecue, and even a portable stove, which would be an actual kerosene lamp. Iron plates and portable stove, so I do recall seeing them on the shelf over there. Yeah.
Love that, like,
It's the portable
giant
stove.
hunk of meat with a bone.
Portable stove?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around. So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
A hole? What kind of hole?
Stop!
It would be great if you could explain it to me in much more detail.
Stop it, Toto.
Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me?
Why?
No, that's wrong. Will you be able to break through my argument?
In their battle. It sounds like he's enjoying a game or something. What are my bullets? Blades. A fire door. Probably the fire door, maybe? No. I'll have to
Did
figure
you
out.
forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I can't back down!
Oh, I'm supposed to be right-clicking there. That's why I failed the first one.
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway...
Yep.
Wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
Fire door.
After all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
That's gotta be it. It's the fire door. It didn't stop you from being able to see the flame.
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the up was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway,
Whoops.
Wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? After all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
This is I end up hitting let's see here. The left mountain is okay, fire truthful, yeah.
The reason Kazuichi couldn't was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway.
What?
Crap! The reason Kazuichi
Not the
couldn't
fire
see
door.
the office was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway.
What did you say?
Wouldn't Kazuichi have seen
That
it?
one.
Ah.
Yeah.
Allow me to cut through
I
those
chose the
words.
wrong weak point.
Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Huh? What are you talking about?
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway.
Cutting the wrong weak spot causes damage.
Yeah.
Plus, the hallway rounds
Also,
the
if you
corner
do
just
the
beyond
slash,
fire door.
like the rebuttal slash, it also causes damage.
So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
I see. To actually notice the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate. Oh. You still don't remember your talent, do you?
Shut up, Nagito.
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath?
Careful, don't spoil things. I kind of already sussed that out, but don't post any spoilers in chat. This is a blind playthrough.
You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Hey, it's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
They're telling me to call out the real killer, even though I don't really know who to condemn that person, but... Yep. The person who used the hallway's fire door as cover and used the portable stove to move in the dark, snuck under the floorboards and stabbed Byakuya to death using the glowing paint as a mark. But the only killer that I can think of... You and only you.
Bruh.
It's Teru Teru. Because he was in the kitchen.
Yeah?
I believe so. He was the only one that would have been able to be behind the fire door with the stuff in the kitchen, light the thing, and have a skewer to stab him with.
Yeah? Alright.
You're the only one! Teru Teru. Could it be you?
Huh? What? What are you talking about?
In which case, hooray, we don't have to deal with this perverted ass for very long.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely.
Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer?
Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen.
That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel.
Teru Teru. That attitude is so not like you.
I don't like Nagito.
Me either. Why would they hurt me like
so
this?
upset.
He's such a weird fucking character.
Yeah.
If you
He was just
follow
completely
aspersions
fine at
like
first,
this,
but-
who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
The future of the culinary arts?
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
I don't want him to talk anymore.
Yeah, that's totally right.
I'd rather we lose.
What's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Akane, why?
Asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Oh,
Little bit.
fuck!
You little bit.
Why are you interfering?
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light, and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too. So how would they be able to stab Byakuya?
The glowing paint?
You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right. What do you think about that?
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
What the fuck was that pronunciation? Byakuya's.
What? A shining liquid in the dark? That sounds super important!
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
How's that not related to the incident, you goth fuck? Victim was targeted by a mark. A mark. Oh, Chunibyo.
Yeah.
Where's the... I guess we have to use the knife is the one that I need to choose because the knife was the one that had the glow.
I can prove it with this. The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
Ah, by using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
I have to leave for work. Alright, I mean, I'll be right behind you here in a minute anyway.
The killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teru!
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
You again? Just stop already!
I'm glad everybody else is annoyed by this.
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Don't step on my feet!
What the hell?
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
I still hear him underneath.
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
No, because it started in the kitchen and he probably tried to sneak out.
That's right! That's exactly it!
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat. So, if you want, you should try licking me.
Nope.
No way!
Todd!
Greasy.
Is that Todd Havercorn?
Yes! Todd!
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me? It's not like I want to blame you. I just...
Called Habercorn always gets the freaks.
You
He
should
really
be so
does. Him
proud
or Greg
of yourself,
Arias?
Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you
Arias?
believe it.
Airs, yeah. I was trying to say area.
The only reason I know it's Greg Ayers is because he
Show me
himself
more
calls
of your
himself
hope.
that when they're making
Will
jabs at
that
him
be
in
enough to crush
the
Teru's
Ghost
hope?
Stories dub. Please get me my bat so I can bash the cook's head in. So, hold on. I got, what am I arguing? What's in the table? Gaps in the floor, no different goggles, wheel in the face. Gaps in the floorboard.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice.
I mean, that's true.
It's handsome, unlike his face. Maybe it was recording or something?
No.
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Found something.
Also true.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed.
Gap in the
I'll
floorboard.
shoot through that contradiction.
I'll see through that contradiction.
It's a nice
Because
line.
we heard Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall.
Got me there, bud.
Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
Actually, how about a
I
flamethrower?
see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall.
Is that true, Teru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
This trial went on like... Ain't I?
What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you,
Yeah,
I was in
yes.
the dining hall during the blackout.
He went full Cajun. Because remember, he's the ultimate cook, but he wants to be the ultimate chef, so he's trying to be refined. But he came from like the boonies.
Where are you from again?
I was born in West Asabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar!
If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Nagito, I told you, you're not allowed to talk for the rest of the day.
Spot with your hazy memories.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
No! Is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
Yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall?
I probably can.
Oh, you will get
I probably can. What? Whether or not Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, in order to know this for sure, I just need to throw that question at him. The embarrassing pose.
Yeah.
I can prove it with this. If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
Well, what?
The ace in the hole.
Don't make me remember. It's so embarrassing.
No, this is a very important question. Well, Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
Being the fucking pervert that you are.
It was a pretty clever way of
Spread.
tricking you. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
Oh yeah, Sean didn't.
Yeah,
see-
she's done this more than once.
This is the
so-
second time she's done that.
Huh? That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
Twitch gonna bring the hammer down.
There's no way it would slip from your mind.
We actually don't know their
Especially not a
ages.
pervert like you.
Because while they constantly state that they're in high school, it's also relatively confirmed that Byakuya is definitely not a freshman, but they said they were freshmen, so none of their ages are actually, like, fully understood.
Because here's the thing. In the first game, they had their memories wiped of the entire 2 years they spent together at school, like, at real school.
Yeah. They were all friends that knew each other at Hope's Peak, then had their memories wiped and
After
told
2 years.
After 2 years, and on their senior year of high school, we're told that they were freshmen again. So,
Oh, if it's 2 years, if they were seniors, it'd be 3 years then.
no, that's not how Japanese high school works.
Okay,
You
never
get 3
mind.
years.
Okay.
Yeah. They don't have their freshman
during
year.
their senior year.
Yeah,
not after,
they were
yeah.
in their senior year.
Yeah.
They had 3 years of school. They did 2, and they were on their 3rd year when their memories got wiped and started over. It states their ages in their profiles, I believe, but we don't know that any of those are accurate.
That's fair. Nagito, what I read, he's at least 22, I think. Is what it said.
Because Nagito's at least in his 20s based off of other factors that are found out throughout the plot.
I'm still convinced he's Makoto, but fucked up.
Even so. Nagito, say something.
I guess you might have to give up now.
Wait, give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
I don't like Nagito.
Why does Nagito keep
what
talking?
Are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
I'm Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
The murder weapon hadn't been cleared up yet, Chef?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore. It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet.
It just keeps going.
Understand him? But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer? Then where's the weapon?
Come on, Manumi. Enough with the whimpering and translate.
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
The weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
It's the skewers.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all.
Minomi, why are you talking so slow?
Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
Wanna do it?
He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent.
Are we gonna get a second fucking Hangman's Gambit?
I swear to fucking Christ.
Yes, we are!
I swear to fucking
This is going
Christ.
on forever! Meat skewer.
Iron skewer.
Iron skewer. Okay.
I thought I would just go ahead and tell you so that we could get done with this shit.
I'll let those N's touch at a certain point if I can. Maybe those R's I can get to them. I just need to get to an I first. Well, that's bad. Could use that. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to get rid of those now. Go ahead and get rid of those. Why are there so many fucking R's? Finally! I, R.
Another R. Oh my god.
O.
Another O. Oh my fucking god.
What?
I don't know.
In.
Yes. Oh my god.
S. K. Whoops! I hit the wrong button. E. W. E. E. O. K.
K.
What happened with this guy? E. R.
Yay!
Fuck! I'm waiting on the letters. Ah, that took long.
The weapon must be the iron skewer.
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru Teru.
I don't think you even have him Gambit in the movie.
You do.
Oh, never mind.
Missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Avril Lavigne?
Avril Lavigne was killed in 2003 and she was replaced with a body double, but nobody noticed for a good decade.
Avril Lavigne?
Did he really just say that?
What the hell?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us. Oh.
Finally, we're nearing the end. Cornered opponent will be surrounded by the soul shields and simply will not listen to what you have to say. Probably pain you to condemn your classmate, but this is a class trial after all. You must argue against your opponent and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed dispute battle where you beat down a panicked opponent's excuses non-stop. This is bullet time panic talk action instead of bullet time battle. PTA for short. During PTA, you must destroy all of your opponent's soul shields so you can deliver a final strike. In order to do that, you must destroy opponent's remarks while following the tempo of the song. Time your button presses with a tempo marker as it moves across the screen. Match the tempo marker by pressing the left mouse button, and you'll be able to lock on to opponent's remarks. If you keep pressing it, you'll be able to lock on to multiple remarks at the same time. Afterward, releasing the left mouse button in time with the tempo marker, interlock the locked on remarks and destroy them. By destroying remarks, you will be able to damage the soul shields protecting the opponents, destroying them. However, if you cannot destroy their remarks within the time limit, okay, you start a combat. Keep this going until the tempo up. On a feasible, if you keep missing, you'll get a tempo down. When the song changes, the tempo changes. It will alter the timing for each button press. Be careful. Last but not least, we'll tell you about the final blow. If you destroy all of your opponent's soul shields, they'll give you the final argument. 4 words will be displayed on the top, bottom, left, and right sides of the screen. Each of those 4 words corresponds to okay. If you press the buttons in the right order, you'll be able to compose the words of your final strike. Please make your argument while searching for the words that will trump your opponent's final argument. Also, if you don't deliver your final strike within the time limit, the opponent's soul shields will recover.
What the hell you even saying, you super cutter?
Would you like to know what the thing is?
I guess.
Would
We have
you
no
like to know
choice but to
phrases
somehow
or
find
not?
I'll be able to get the phrase.
That's what we used before.
Hiding in the kitchen would be easy way to slip it by, but Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started, which means the weapon was already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it. It would have been in an unexpected place. It was probably in one of the food items. You probably killed him wipe the blade clean with a tablecloth and then put it into the food or something. Had a long weapon like an iron skewer.
He was in the dining room, huh? How did he do that?
Because he stabbed somebody, cleaned the blade off in the storage room, and then put it into one of the food items in the kitchen, and then made his way to the dining room.
I'm not hiding a ding!
He said,
I'm not hiding a ding! I'm not hiding...
We're skipping past that.
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton!
What, Paris Hilton?
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton! Where would the weapon be?
On the meat bone. Nope.
Where would the weapon be?
Bone.
Nope.
Meat on the bone. Yeah.
Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton! Where would the weapon
Meat
be?
on the bone.
This is the end!
Ah!
Yay! Good job, baby. Now all we have to do is make a comic, and I
Could
think
the
we'll be
iron
done.
skewer have been hidden
We got time.
inside the piece of
Little
meat
bit.
on the bone?
I just have to leave before 12.
That's fair. You've already showered and everything. So you should be ready.
Bone the meat on! He did it! Bone the meat on!
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything. In a place like that?
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked it.
Okay. The bones are also dangerous.
But in fact, the only place
That one
you
is
could
such a
hide the
meme.
weapon was
Anytime
inside
someone
the
plays it,
food that
everyone gets it
couldn't be
wrong at least
inspected.
once. Bone the meat on!
Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is the meat on the bone.
What now?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
There's no way that exists here.
We need to confirm this now. So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing.
Wait, hold on a second. Time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over.
About that.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go?
I'm right here.
With the meat. He's eating it himself.
I'm already eating it.
A bear that eats meat!
They all do that.
Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
Oh, what is this? So yummy!
Damn it! That's my meat!
I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life. The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
My. There's something inside the meat. Look what came out.
A skewer with the shape of a bone.
Is that an iron skewer?
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone.
pretty clever.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
As expected of Teru Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone. I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
Jeez, what a disappointment. Such
That's
an
gotta be
unseemly
Junko.
defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Especially they keep highlighting every time he says hope, and Junko's the ultimate despair.
Well, remember that Makoto was actually not the ultimate lucky. He was the ultimate hope.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's right.
So what if they somehow like forced them to combine somehow, and the ultimate hope and the ultimate despair combined and became like a single thing?
Interesting.
You're
But I can
all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, fast food eating hicks.
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's
Never said a word about cooking on your Greek.
Let's just deal with Nagito later. More importantly, we should
We
first.
need to settle this once and for all. To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
Then I can start hers back. That's right. Otherwise we can't end it. So
we need to do it.
Finally come to this. My throb is chesting. Every case has one last feature to bring.
It is, isn't it?
Bring the class trial in an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll have a complete summary of the case. You'll have to produce the order of events in case of the form of the comic book. The reproduction is merely Hajime's imagination, so there will be gaps here and there. Gaps are areas where a number of pieces are missing, so it's up to you to complete the comic using the truth panels provided. Around 3 to 5 truth panels make up one set. Inside one set, there will be correct panels placed among incorrect panels. If you use up the correct panels containing in one set, it will switch to a new set. After that, if you fill all the holes, you will clear the challenge. Pretty sure some of you already noticed, but it'll be difficult to complete with so many gaps, but once you fill some, it will become much simpler. For those of you who played the previous game, you might hesitate at first, but it's basically the same concept. Now then, when playing and solving the closing argument, there's a certain trick. If you move the reticle onto the gap on each page, it will display hints at the top of the screen. The type of hint will allow you to see the drawing in the gap. Also, if you move the reticle to the truth panel, it will display a hint as well. The hint explains the scene contained in that panel. That's so much nicer than the first game. The first game, you had to figure it out.
That's why I was like, okay,
Yeah.
no, not that one, but the one that looks exactly like it, except for that one color
thing
difference.
different, yeah. Like how this game explains things to you. Yeah, it's the narrator is actually like an interesting thing together.
I think they got so many small complaints about the first one
Well then, good luck and have fun.
that they were like, oh, that's easy to fix. We can do that.
Closing argument. So let's see here. It's the party. He's trying to get in, but she's using the restroom. They're hanging out. We got the Duralumin case.
Wait, what is it? Wait, what does it say?
Everyone at the party is...
Question.
Let's see here. Storage room before the blackout. In the storage room before the blackout is probably borrowing the table. Same as the office room and the dining hall. At the office room when the blackout occurred. Yeah, because I need to figure out, because I've got so many different panels to use here.
Yeah.
The moment it got dark, Byakuya is containing potential weapons. We did Byakuya C. We don't know that yet. Killer obtained a light. That's the unlit. Oh. Nope.
There's gotta be more than this.
Yeah, there is. They said that once I cleared these panels,
Right.
they killed you after exiting the dark hall. The killer obtained in the storage room are the tablecloth and wrapped themselves in the tablecloth so they'd be clear. They're fighting. Byakuya found the knife under the table.
Yeah.
Stock 2. So we've got all the new images now.
Okay.
So I heard it. The ultimate musician has amazing hearing. So so let's go back. Yeah, the panels that are already in the comic, yeah. Night vision goggles equipped. He runs. Let's see here. Yeah, that's already in the comics. That's not what I need. Mekamaru is hiding. No, that's not one that I need right now. Seems in his office, dining hall. Scroll through. It's definitely this one. Chiaki is guarding the old building's entrance.
Yeah. That's not at the beginning?
It probably is the one at the beginning.
The fact that we're not doing it in order, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, well, I can't put it in any order because I'm not given the panels in any order.
Yeah.
Dock 3 of panels. At the storage room before the blackout. Irons are turned on.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Same scene in the office room and dining hall. The air conditioner hasn't turned on yet. Keeps eating even during the blackout. There's that.
Right there.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see. Nagito trying to duck under the table is probably what he saw. Yeah. He'll retain the light. So it's definitely got to do with the air conditioner. At the office room when the blackout occurred. Yeah. Both the AC's units kicked on at the same time, and that's what caused the blackout. Okay, switched on. He'll use a mark above the floorboards. Nope. Whoops. Use that light. Went along. Okay, we already saw that. This goes right here. And then switched on.
Here's everything that happened in this case. Let's try going over the whole incident, beginning with right after the party started. Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel.
I'm right out of time, too.
He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us.
Shit!
Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m. The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for these.
Sphincter is not the strongest muscle in
Thanks
Nekamaru's
to
body.
the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on. Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item was the night vision goggles.
Such a bad shot of Byakuya.
Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move. He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right. Everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito. While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. they needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon, too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item. That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter. With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed, but he had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime, especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food. Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura?
It's always funny seeing the image change.
That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong?
This is a mistake.
So we still gotta watch his punishment scene.
I would never kill anyone. Would never.
Sorry, I should have gotten here earlier.
It seems this is the end.
Dang, that's a scream.
Todd, do you need some throat coat tea? Todd, are you okay?
Case closed.
Oh, we did so good for so many. Oh, we didn't do so good in the last one.
Got a B, which was able to get us 98 coins.
Yay! Oh, excuse me.
It looks like your argument has come to a close. Oops! I lost control of my wild side for a second. Was that a side effect of the meat I just ate? Well, putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time! Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you vote for someone. If you don't vote, I'm gonna eat you up just like that meat from earlier. Who will be chosen as the
I'm just gonna skip her lines because they're not good.
They're not.
Or the dreadfully wrong?
Like, I was so excited for her at the beginning of the game because she was just so cute, very interesting little
Magical
baby.
girl.
Yeah. And then he ruined her. She's just not a good character anymore.
I didn't think she was that good to begin with, personally speaking.
I liked her more than Monoku.
Yeah, I don't like Monomi.
I don't like Monomi. I love Isami. Or he put her in a diaper.
Class trial end. All rise.
Correct. Yahoo!
That's right. This time the black one responsible for killing Byakuya Togami is Teru Hanamura.
No.
You serious? All these people? You saying a pawn's like him is the one who killed Byakuya? Why did you kill him? It was a mistake, I'm telling you, it was just a mistake. I was only trying to save you guys. I was only trying to stop Nagito from murdering one of you. Trying to stop? What do you mean? I spent all morning in the old building prepping the dishes for the party, and then I heard a weird laughter near the dining hall, and then I peeked over there. I saw him. I saw in the middle of the cleaning duty putting the knife under the table. I had a bad feeling about it, so I continued to watch what he was doing. I saw him place the irons he brought in the storage room and mess with the air conditioner timers. Plus, he was grinning, just grinning by himself the whole time, so I questioned him.
You caught me?
I've been caught?
What?
Been caught? What are you doing? What are you scheming? Planning to kill someone, of course. Here, Teru. Just to let you know, it's pointless of you to stop me. Stop me now, it doesn't matter. I will never give up. Whether it's tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, or days beyond that, I'll definitely start the killing.
Impossible!
No matter how much you want to leave this island, that's just... I see, so that's what you think.
Well...
That's not it at all. This isn't about my survival. I just want the killing to start.
What?
I love everyone here. That's why I want to be, of good use to them. I love all the ultimates, and I admire them for being symbols of hope.
Amazing!
That's right. In the name of hope, I love everyone's talents from the bottom of my heart. That's why I don't want them to lose against something like killing. I want them to prove to me that hope will never lose, no matter how daunting the despair they face may seem. I want everyone to prove to me that hope will never lose to despair.
No.
I don't understand at all.
See?
Isn't it typical that if you face a strong enemy, it will become even stronger yourself? Which means the stronger the despair you face, the stronger everyone's hope will become, right?
I
want to see the brightness, and in order to see it, I'm going to become everybody's stepping stone. I want to make your hope shine. It's as simple as that. I yearn for a powerful hope that can overcome any kind of despair. His eyes are going crazy.
Right? Man.
Yeah, I know.
Just a obsessed fanboy, so it's right. I suppose I could be called the ultimate fanfic or fanatic. Really? Do you think that's so? Do you really think there's something wrong with me? But isn't that what love is?
Do we want to stop right
now? Can I?
You're not gonna be able to stop and save it, but you can just let the screen sit here, can't you?
I can, but for like how long?
That's fair.
I would literally not be able to do anything with my computer until we wanted to stream this again.
All right, then let's keep going.
I'm just gonna have to be very quick.
See?
The favorite boxer, don't you want him to fight against a strong opponent and win?
Don't fuck with me.
Better not compare us to that.
What?
I think if I do F1, oh, I might be able to save right now. Okay.
Oh.
So then, we are absolutely out of time. I am so sorry.
So sorry, guys.
Normally we start a little bit earlier, but we didn't, and so we ran out of time. I needed to have left like 9 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Sorry, but that is all the time we've got today. We will be back hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Whenever we have the ability, hopefully, to start up another one and at least finish this stuff off. Yeah.
Thank you, laughing.
Laughing at salad.
I was like, laughing is a salad, but anyway, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
salad.
We're absolutely out of time, so we will continue this next time. So sorry for the immediate and abrupt end, but I gotta go. I got work to get to. That's why I'm dressed the way that I am right now. But thank you everybody who came out to today's stream. I've been Paladin Null. This has been Megumin.
Bye.
This is Danganronpa V2 Trigger Happy Havoc. I hope you guys have had a fantastic day, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.